I never planned to become the villain in my own family's story, but sometimes the truth has sharper teeth than any lie. The conference room smelled of expensive coffee and older regrets. At the far end of the polished mahogany table sat my older brother, Marcus, shoulders squared like he'd already won the verdict. 11 investment condos across coastal Georgia and South Carolina. Savannah Historic District, Hilton Head, Charleston's Battery. Current market estimate, just shy of $5 million. I've handled every late-night call, every leaky roof, every tenant complaint for the last 6 years, Marcus declared, voice smooth as the lawyer's silk tie. These properties are mine by right. I earned them. Our mother's fingers tightened around the stem of her water glass. His right, Claire. You know how dedicated Marcus has been. Dad, 75, hands spotted and quieter than they used to be, stared at the untouched charcuterie board. Claire, honey. Marcus has always been the one who steps up. My Aunt Vivian gave a small, knowing sniff. What would you even do with them, dear? You spend your days approving zoning variances for strip malls. I sat perfectly still, palms flat against my thighs, letting the familiar script play out. 6 years of nodding while Marcus recounted his triumphs. 6 years of watching him deposit rents into accounts he controlled. 6 years of collecting bank statements, cancelled checks, time-stamped photos of half-finished repairs he billed twice, and 3 times the actual cost. Marcus tilted his head, offering me the magnanimous smile of someone granting mercy. See? She gets it. No hysterics. Progress. I lifted my gaze to Dad. You never asked Grandpa Ellis why he stopped talking about the portfolio in his last months, did you? Dad's fork paused mid-air. A tiny clink as it touched porcelain. Marcus's jaw flexed. What are you implying? I didn't answer him. Instead I spoke to the estate attorney, Ms. Hargrove. Could you please display the public records for the first property? 1422 Abercorn, Savannah. She hesitated only a second before her fingers danced across the keyboard. The projector hummed. The screen bloomed with the county assessor's page. Owner, Claire Elise Monroe. Date recorded, April 9, 2018. Mother inhaled sharply. Dad's color drained to the shade of old newsprint. Marcus barked a laugh that cracked at the edges. Typo. Pull the actual deed. Ms. Hargrove clicked. A digitized quitclaim deed filled the wall, Grandpa Ellis's careful, slanted signature at the bottom, my name typed beneath it, notarized and stamped. Then the second property. Then the third. 11 clicks. 11 identical truths. The silence that followed felt like the moment after a thunderclap. Dad's voice came out thin. You've owned them all along. Since 3 months before Grandpa passed, I said quietly. He transferred them quietly because he suspected Marcus was already helping himself. Short-term rental income that never reached the books. Inflated contractor invoices. Cash payments that vanished. He asked me to keep my city planning job, keep my head down, and record everything. So I did. Vivian leaned forward, eyes glittering. You let him play landlord for 6 years while you gathered evidence. I met Marcus's stare. He was gripping the table edge so hard the wood creaked. He didn't play landlord, I said. He stole. I placed a thick black ledger on the table. Forensic reconstruction, diverted funds, fictitious expenses, total documented loss, $227,000 and change. Marcus shot to his feet. This is fabricated. You framed me. No, I answered, calm as still water. You handed me the receipts. Mother reached across the table. Claire, we're family. Family had 6 years to see me, I said, easing my wrist free. I was the quiet one. The background one. The one who supposedly couldn't handle responsibility. I slid a thick envelope toward Ms. Hargrove. Civil complaint for conversion and fraud. Filed first thing Monday. Marcus stared at the binder like it might bite. I rose. The properties aren't negotiable. What's left is accountability. I walked out. The corridor's marble floor echoed with each measured step. My phone buzzed before the elevator doors closed, Marcus, again and again. I let it ring into silence. Monday, I signed the complaint in my attorney's downtown office. The clerk's stamp sounded like a door locking for good. Tuesday afternoon, 2 investigators from the county sheriff's financial crimes unit met me at a corner cafe. They flipped through my ledger pages with the respect you give a loaded weapon. I answered every question plainly. That night Marcus left a voicemail, voice frayed and wet. "I'll make it right." I swear I didn't realize how deep it went. As though partial awareness made the money cleaner. I sent one text, keys and access codes to every unit within 72 hours. He missed the deadline. So I hired a locksmith. The first property I visited alone was a 2-bedroom cottage on Hilton Head. Faded turquoise shutters, jasmine climbing the porch rail, a child's plastic shovel abandoned in the sand of the front walk. Ordinary beauty that had survived ordinary theft. Grandpa Ellis never taught me about money. He taught me about patience. About watching the long game while everyone else chased applause. Dad came to my condo on Sunday morning alone, no rehearsed speech. He stood in the doorway looking smaller than I'd ever seen him. "I didn't look," he whispered. "I never looked." I let the words hang, then handed him the folder of recorded deeds. They were public record the whole time. That evening I sent final notices to the property management company Marcus had hired, reintroduced myself to every tenant by email, and changed the last of the digital locks. When I finally went to bed, I didn't double-check the deadbolt on my own front door. I already knew who held the keys.